They say dating at 30 is different. And they were like, the games get old, the stakes get higher, and the dating pool gets smaller. Welcome back to Off the Script. I'm your host, John, and this is my co-host,
Taylor.
And today we're going to dive into the topic of dating at 30. We also have joining us today our guests, Antonio and Mackenzie.
Okay. Yeah.
Welcome to me.
Before we get into it, let's have a toast.
What are we toasting to?
Antonio's a good toaster.
We're toasting to Black love, Black excellence, and dating at 30.
Yours. It's the Black love for me.
I'm a good toaster.
You are a really good toaster. So the first thing today is, what does dating at 30 look like to you? Of course, we're in a total different age now. Dating is nothing like what it used to be. And I struggled a little bit with this particular topic because I haven't dated in so long. But that could also be a contradiction because some people would like to say, regardless of how long your relationship is, you're still dating your partner.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Although, we've been together for so long and a lot of our routines are pretty much normal. Mm-hmm. I guess you can say we are still dating.
Yeah.
Because like I said, we ain't really married yet, so he's still just my boyfriend for now.
Well, you gotta speak them too.
Right. Literally since day one. Since day one I've been like,
yeah, absolutely. Well, get ahead. It's cool.
So let's talk about it. What does dating look like to you at 30?
First of all, that's a large number.
30?
Really not.
It's not feel good.
It's maybe a large number.
It's a very large number. 26-ish is whatever.
27.
But shut up, Abby. No, dating in your 30s is scary. It's definitely scary.
Yeah.
I feel like it's like a mini midlife crisis for some people. Like I don't know about you guys, but I feel like that it just gets smaller and smaller and smaller.
Yeah.
And I feel like now we're at the age where a lot of people are getting divorced. So that pool has increased, but not necessarily by good options.
Because at this point now, they are damaged.
There you go. And everybody needs therapy and everyone's looking for that one-off instead of truly looking to recommit themselves. Instead of taking the time to be like, let me just, fix me and, spend time alone.
Yeah.
They want to just go out.
Yeah. You have very few who hold themselves accountable for even putting themselves in those relationships.
Yeah. For
sure. But I think people are afraid of being alone. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, you learn a lot, right? I feel like during COVID, right, we all learned how to be alone. And the ones of us that were single really learned how to be alone and us in the four walls, right? So, and I think for me, for example, that's when I really learned a lot about me of this is what I want. This is what I want to see. Like, I don't like this and I don't like that. And maybe I'm picky, as my friend tells me I'm picky, But I think part of that came from that. Because how can I pour into another person when I don't really know me, right? I think that's part of what makes dating at 30 scary, or dating at any age really, but at 30 you're like, oh my god, I'm 30. This is a number that I'm supposed to be this, I'm supposed to be that.
So much pressure.
Right, we add all the pressure when we should just really be living and enjoying the moment.
What to piggyback off of that, I feel like me saying, you have to get to know yourself. You have to be okay with being by yourself.
Right.
And yeah, COVID did help with that. Some people more than others. I just feel like you have to be okay being by yourself first, and then be okay with opening yourself up to somebody else. And when you get older, I feel like that gets harder. Yeah. Even making friends, it's like,
yeah. Once you're in my circle,
your focus is totally different. Yeah. And it starts, I was telling you, first episode, when we're younger, you're kind of trying a lot. you don't really know what to care about or what to dismiss. You know what I mean? And so many lessons you're learning within that age, and it's crazy. You're not as cautious. Yeah. As you are, when you get a little older. Now you have experienced certain things, or you like you said, that timeline is hitting you. So it's kind of like, okay, now at this age, I should be.
Timeline is crazy. The timeline is very crazy because I specifically had at 30, I will do this, but I actually did some of that at like 29, and right. I was like, oh, by 35, I plan to have done this, do that. 35 is creeping. I'll be 34 this year. Like, I got a lot to accomplish in a year to be ready. But then I also have to realize that, you know what? It's not my time. Like, I'm just going to enjoy the wave of my career and let that thrive. And, like, the dating will come, right? Yeah. And a lot of people are just not okay with that because they're definitely not okay with being, alone. But,
I wish half of them would get a job for trying to date somebody.
Yeah, I'm an only child, so I know how to go take a walk.
Thanks, I have paper doubles. I can't believe I said that out loud.
It's okay.
That's crazy because it's like self-reflecting on when you say that. So like I was telling Taylor, like literally since 2011, like we graduated 2011. I've been in a relationship since then. There's never been, if 2-3 days single.
Maybe 2 off, but since
that's time for you to at least look at yourself. Reflect a little.
Do you think that being in a relationship that long of a time, like, do you feel like maybe you've missed out on something? Like, is that experiences or dating other people? Or
I'm not gonna say I feel like I missed out because I'm very open with my partner. So there are a lot of things, but I wasn't what I wanted to. So it ain't really much I really want to try too bad. But if I do want to try that, I can definitely experience that with my partner. It's not an issue. I do feel like it made it harder when it came to self-reflecting and then having to apply those lessons to myself while having to dwell within a relationship and then still kind of be there for him emotionally supportive. You know what I mean? It was more to worry about. Yeah. You know what I mean? It took me a little longer to get there than it would have if I had that time to myself to figure it out.
Get that.
Yeah.
Get that.
That's why I was like, dating at 30, like, what's that look like?
Yeah.
Scary.
I'm actually terrified for y'all. Like, dating apps, all that stuff. I don't understand.
Girl, they dating on Facebook now.
Yeah. No, when they introduced Facebook dating,
scary.
Listen, they introduced it, and I was a little scared by that first. However, come on. I did create a profile, and I will say it's a different level of dating, right? When I first got on the app versus being on some of these others like Tinder and, Grindr and things. But, like every app, one's what you're going to, and one you may find the love of your life, right? Yep. But I felt like with Facebook dating, it was somewhat intentional because you had people that were well established. Like, was there like an older crowd, a market that I always like, I'm going to run from this market. But now as I'm getting older, I have to realize 20-something is just not the move, for me anymore. Because I need to be able to be with a person that can walk in a room and own it, right? To be able to turn it on and turn it off because of the settings that I'm in, And
yes, that's major.
I found some of that on the Facebook date. I'm not going to say that every date was perfect, right? But it was definitely a better market, I'll say, than what I've seen on like Tinder or some of these other apps.
Sure. That's definitely a major key for me.
Yeah.
I am in rooms.
Yeah, I mean...
I need to be able to take you into what I mean.
Yeah.
Because they're...
Adapt to your surroundings.
Yes.
Know what setting you're in.
Granted, that's not saying if I go in a room full of social life, you need to be one of them. But I need to be able to take you in that room and present you to, you know what I mean? And then you hold your shit down.
Correct.
And hold me down because you're a representation of me.
Right. Very much so.
Exactly.
Very much so.
Absolutely.
They're making me look sorry.
I'm wet. Beyond that, you know, like
Clutching pearls.
it's hard to be that friend to love and give certain advice, and then you be going through the same shit that you trying to, you know, speaking on everybody in trouble. You know, it's my baby.
But you know, it's the world we live in.
So let me ask you this: is when it comes to dating in the dating apps, like, do you find that to be like complicated
I'd say it's
as far
complicated.
as expectations and standards?
I'd say it's complicated sometimes because people are just so afraid to really be them, right? Like the uniqueness of it is not there. I'm gonna hide myself on this profile because I can't be seen because of this, or I don't want you to know that, or whatever that may be. And I just feel like if you're uploading a profile, then you need to upload the real you, right? Like the photos, this, and that, and the third, and just be honest because you never know. We may have the same interests.
It's a whole TV series to people not doing that catfish.
Yeah,
exactly.
I feel like COVID made that worse, actually.
I for the life of me do not, but I mean, people have their own psychological warfares, right? But for the life of me, do not understand how you could have a relationship with somebody 3 years. And
The internet is.
It's wild. I don't get it.
It is.
You remember those Maury episodes where they were like, "Oh, I was talking to this person, I sent that money, blah blah blah."
Like, you paying bills now.
But
What?
But
Can I
I've never seen it going on.
but that's
Like, right now, I just need a catfish right now.
right.
Girl, deal with it.
please? I would love a
Just
catfish.
pay a couple bills.
That's all I need. Can you just send me out like that is it. I
Yeah, it does.
Like every day.
Mhm.
And you get some people that will reach out to you, just want to provide you this, and this. I'm like, are you real?
Worst catfish of them all is I don't know what you call it, but like I feel like the worst catfish of them all is one that's like right there in your face. Like
explain that.
like a person presenting you a certain persona.
Oh yeah.
Like one of my cousins dated a guy who ended up being her husband, her baby father. Like, oh, this is her life. Years. Never knew who he was.
Like
Never knew
in person.
Literally lived a double life.
Wow.
But the life you desire to live, you dare not present to the people in the life in which you had to live. Because I can't say anything too specific, but he was one of those who a lot of people should look up to.
Wow.
A lot of people should look up to.
But we all have those skeletons, right?
It's so much energy you have to put into that.
No, there's the difference between
so much
a skeleton and a person being in character. You feel me?
Yeah.
Because like I can be my truthful, authentic self and still have a little skeleton in the closet.
But that's a whole other person hiding as you, is it?
Yeah, like that's wild.
Like you're a whole other individual. Like those murderers. I forgot his name, but he had like family, a whole different person, and then he literally would just go out and like murder people, like, and then come home and be like, "Hey kids,
Yes.
what the?
What? Like did y'all see that TikTok of Risa Tisa?
Who the fuck did I marry?
Yes.
That was insane.
That blew up. Wild. That blew up.
I think they're making shit.
And it blew up in a major way where magically I was almost in the room with her. Like that's how it blew up in a way. And I was like, who's coming where? Somebody do the research. Because I didn't know what's going on.
Yeah.
It was
But I guess when you even look at some of that, like, I don't know, like I'll walk around and sometimes people tell me things and I'll be like, oh, well, you didn't know? Oh, okay. Well, we all knew, like,
right.
But
yeah.
I mean, but again, I mean, to, your point as well, like, I mean, people don't know because I think because we want love and we want things so bad that we just accept
blinders.
Right. And we just assume, oh man, they love me,
But can you be that blind? Can you really?
Yes.
Oh, I mean, it's like they're throwing it at you, hitting you, like bam, and you're like.
When you have tunnel vision about something, like bitches will be so blind. He could literally slap you in your face, and you still be coming up with excuses for him. You feel me?
Yeah, well, I get it.
Like he's out at 4 and 5 in the morning, girl. Like, ain't nothing popping at 3 or 4 in the morning.
Nothing happens good,
and you still will develop excuses for him. Or, I'm sure we all have heard this one. Oh, I've never been in a serious relationship like this before. I don't know how to love. I don't know. I never had to give nobody this before.
Yeah, but
now I know what said. But back then I would have been like, it's the night.
I say that lightly. You cannot, don't play with me. You cannot tell me that there's an issue and then there not be either a solution or at least you thinking about. You know what I mean? Yeah. All I hear is, I know that there's a problem, but I haven't got to fix it yet. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's because they don't want to fix it.
Yeah.
Right? Like, and again, that could be chalked up to immaturity. Or, I just also feel like, well, I'll say with this new generation, right? Like, we listened to music back in the day, things like that, and cool. But the way that these artists now are, like, they got these kids in their feelings or, in their fantasies about you're speaking about something that's not real. It's just it's not a real thing. But they think that this is the life that I'm supposed to go through. Yeah. And not. Like, we should all be kings and queens and have riches and all of this, have the best, eat the best foods and have the finer things and amazing love. But because society says, I should do it this way.
Right.
I'm gonna go that life.
Or we don't sit back enough and just self-assess.
Exactly.
What we should even be looking for.
Exactly.
Yeah. Because a lot of people are just chasing.
Yeah, because you really don't look like
you for something you never received when
you see your friends and you think, oh man, they have the perfect relationship. But you don't know what goes on.
Like so many social media be like, oh my god, I love y'all. I love your relationship. I love y'all talk to each other, baby.
Social
media. Last thing you know, communication.
Yeah. Listen, not there. It's there because we're in front of all of you, right?
Right. And even we're in front of everybody on social media. So
of course you don't want to look
great in front of everybody else, and then you dig into it, or you actually see like you actually get invited into the.
Well, I say mom was boy, because it's like is it really at home? I'm asking this of you. This same communication. I'm wanting this from you. Give it to me, and then we can get out in front of a bunch of people, and then you can be
again that.
You know what I mean?
That goes back to the show. It goes back to the show. It's at 12.
Yeah.
Thing 2. You know what I mean? Like it goes back to that. But you have to be able to, know what's happening. But so many people don't see it. I know for me, there was a point in my life where I didn't see it. Everybody around me saw it and tried to tell me. I saw what I wanted to see, right? And I made that part clear. And then I made the excuses of, right, this is what it is. And then I'm like, wait a minute. This is like what I like to call a in-the-house situation. And it's crazy because a lot of people are in those, right? They're in those, I'm in a relationship in the house. When we hit the public, it's not that. It's not. And I don't want that for me. So I am content with waiting, for that right person to come through at 30, at 40 or whatever. Because a lot of the older people now will be like, why don't y'all just live at 30? Why don't y'all just do this? Y'all, you're making it seem like it's more than what it is when enjoy the experience. Enjoy the ride. Like, that's my favorite thing. It's to say, like, to enjoy the ride.
Actually, the moment it's time,
you
gotta be ready.
Yeah, you gotta be ready. You gotta be ready.
Something that you reminded me of was, and this was Judge Judy talking about, like, if you don't make it in your 30s, you make it in your 40s. I feel like that could be the same thing.
It is.
With love.
Right.
Like, you don't know who you're going to run into at any point in time.
Yeah, and I
keep your options.
Right. We used to joke all the time back in the office, one of the places I work, and we always talked about you just know when you know, right? Like you know when this is the right person. And I'll never forget she started dating this guy. Damn girl, if you listening, it's about you, boo. But you know,
Not talking.
listen, we had some amazing times, right? Laughing, kicking in the office. But you know, she met this guy, and I had it felt like a week, right? But I would say it was more so couple of months or whatever. And she was like, Tony, I got something to tell you. And I'm like, what's going on? And she's like, we're engaged. And we literally started dancing in the office. And she was like, I truly believe you just know when you know. She was like, I knew this man from nowhere. She was a Mississippi girl, right? Coming to Georgia, knew nothing about this guy and his family and things like that.
And it worked out.
And poof, they're married, kids now, things like that. Like, that's the type of love that, like, I want, you know, for me is meeting that person I know nothing about and it just being authentic, you know? And it's not a lot of those. It's not a lot of those anymore. It's just mine.
No, I made my man through his friends, so.
No, literally, that's what I was going to say. I feel like I didn't want to meet somebody online. And I met my man at a game night at
Authentic.
friends. Yeah.
And not saying that anybody else's experience is inauthentic.
Yeah.
But in person,
I just wanted it to be in person.
Right.
Like you did.
Like, I didn't want to have to go through a dating profile,
What can you
anything
say?
like that.
Anybody?
But I did because
Anybody.
it's people out here that met on eHarmony and matched and they.
Why
they're-
are the family pointed at me?
Over there. You better tell me what you do.
Like I feel like people versus like Tinder. I mean Tinder, Hinge, and all that stuff. Like eHarmony was like people really was like looking for love on there, and I feel like that was like you know like like success stories. Like people really you can hear about somebody meet somebody on eHarmony get murdered.
I always thought it's a Netflix series on there about a Netflix series about I got murdered people that take them on.
Oh, was it eHarmony? I think it was eHarmony.
That's
Yeah.
okay.
Might be Christian Lee.
Farmers and people down.
Oh my God. Let's hope not.
Farmers only.
Yes. Let's hope.
I want to hear about your worst dating experience. What's like your worst dating experience? The fact that everyone got quiet is saying that.
Yes.
Not too many people say you want to.
I think my worst dating experience was
Damn, I'm over here asking you. I was talking. I can't think about mine.
just Cajun man.
Swirl.
This was years ago. And I think I was like 23, 24. And he was like 30s. So I guess where we are now.
Yeah.
But it was awkward just because he kept bringing up his age. And when I was this age, when you were this age, why keep bringing this up? And then at the end of the day, he wanted a kiss. And then he did. If you don't know how to kiss, we cannot be anything.
You don't know how to use your mouth. No.
Well, how do we know how to kiss?
Hey, what's the wrong way, Keith?
Right. Because are we a good kisser?
Okay, well,
like, what?
Like, I'm like, I'll sit back.
well, lips on my lips, and we're not like it just was a bad experience all together. The date was bad. Where we went was.
Oh, where'd you go? Cheesecake Factory?
Yes.
We don't do for
TG in the church.
We don't do restaurants.
And then you kept bringing up like your age and how much older you were, and like, oh well, you were a kid when this happened.
That's insane.
My husband didn't used to do that. He used to be like, you haven't really experienced anything yet.
What? Please stop that.
Yeah.
We're supposed to be talking about anything, but
You have to respond with, you talk all about the years. I can't help you. You took the twist.
Right. Oh yeah, no, that was.
I wasted time on
It was like lips on top of mine. It was just an overall bad day experience. Worst day experience ever.
I'll say one of my worst ones, like, we went to the movies, and it was like a really short day. Like a really short day. And it might have been my first one night stand
Yeah.
We went to the movies. We came home.
Touch each other's nose.
Like the Sims would say, there was a woohoo, and we never seen them again.
Well, woohoo is the same.
That was it. I say that it was the worst dating experience for me because my expectations were high. He talks a good game, so like, like I guess I don't know if we all have experience, but like, I had that moment where I experienced, he fooled me.
Right.
You know what I mean? Right. Not necessarily like fool, but like he convinced me that he was actually interested in talking to me. Oh, I might have been like 18.
Young.
Yeah, I was like 17, 18.
So you can't blame yourself, really.
I'm a quick learner, so I didn't even really trust dating.
Yeah.
If you will. I just kind of talked to individuals over the phone or like chit chat, and then we did go out wherever we went out, but it wouldn't be, I would never invite you to my house or anything. Like,
so you didn't trust dating, so you stopped, and you got married.
Funny, you married.
He's a villain.
Literally, when you stop looking,
it falls to your life.
True. I mean, not true. That's what they tell us.
And I was not looking for him. Literally, the way I found, I was dating a guy, a scrub. I was dating a scrub. Literally, he was trying to holler at me from the passenger side of his best friend's car.
That's it.
Like, he literally was on the passenger side of his best. He didn't have a car inside. He was on the passenger side of his best friend's car. He had his best friend reach out of the window and call my name.
So they wrote that about you, and they didn't even know.
You said they what? He was a scrub, but through that scrub, I met my husband.
Now, just to throw this out there, if you do not have a car, you're not a scrub. The point is, what is the point? Don't be hollering at someone else.
Like, just speak up, right? Because you never know. Like, I could be on the same wavelength as you.
That was my first red flag right now.
This car could be a ritual.
You trying to talk to me?
Right.
You didn't even take the extra effort to try to talk to me yourself. So that was a flag right there.
It is kind of dirty.
I mean, that's
it's one of your worst dating experiences.
One of mine.
I feel like
says the one who says dates.
I'm a clever cat, so not me. But I don't know. I guess it goes back to having the blind or something, right? Like I was blinded or starstruck by what I thought was a famous person, and and I just went for it. I kind of shot my shot, and it just wasn't it. Like back to that in the house relationship. That's kind of what it gave. So in the house, or whatever. And I mean, again, don't get me wrong. Like there were great moments, but I think there was more like crazy bad things than anything or whatever. So I don't know. Like I guess there's not one set story. I have tried to do much better by not canceling people. If I meet you and like it's not giving what it's supposed to give, I try to continue the conversation. Right? What do they say? Got to see it through, my boy. So I try to. Try to get home. Just to do that. So that's I think that's the beauty of that for sure. But yeah, I mean, no real crazy bad dating stories. I mean, I would say, I don't know. Maybe this one guy did take me out, and he asked me for a kiss, and I was like, no, not happening. And then he was driving us, and it was so funny because he kept taking his hand and rubbing it down my.
Oh, I hate.
And I said, hold on, safety first, 10 and 2. 10 and 2. 10 and 2.
Yep.
And it just kind of, like, it was here in Atlanta, yes. When I first No, maybe my second year here. It was here in Atlanta for sure.
I don't speak on that dating in Atlanta. So
I can't.
That
Is different.
y'all.
Very interested to hear that part.
now, even though we're 30 and the dating pool might be smaller,
Yeah.
maybe in Atlanta, and so that's crazy because this is a good question. What's your age limit?
I can't say that.
It's giving football.
I'm sorry. Like, listen, I grew up around old people. Like, I know that's crazy. We're like gold digger, like immediately. I don't care. I work for my own. I don't care. I wouldn't mind like an old person. Listen, they don't want to be bothered.
Yeah.
They don't want to be going out. They don't gossip. They don't want to hear that shit. They don't none of that. They're just they.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, somebody got
It depends. It depends on who they are, right?
you know, and they're set in their ways. I'm cool with that.
And
There's no bullshit behind it.
And
That's
they are
fine.
definitely established too, right? So it's what we say we want, but I think because we look at age and it's like, oh my God, they're so much older, and age really is just a number. You know what I'm saying? Like
There's 7-year-olds who are quick.
I have always dated older than me, but always been the most mature.
See?
Yeah, see, and that's crazy.
More established.
More established. Yep.
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah.
not what it's given.
It's not what it's given.
Older, young. Where did I speak up?
Listen. I think we all like a little.
I mean, either way, when it's older or younger, it's like, what's the youngest you go?
5 above, 5 below. But not even
5. You say 5?
Mm-hmm.
No,
maybe.
Like,
I already thought
my
about it.
cutoff used to be 35. And here I am.
30 now, so what's your
I'm knocking on the door. Like, what's going on?
what's your new cutoff?
So one of my friends back home told me, like, you don't know what you're missing in this 40 game, right?
Right.
So I'll say, I mean, I won't say I have a real cutoff. Like, I know that I need to date older, but maybe, yeah, I'm with you, Taylor. We're not going to talk about it. No.
Yeah, but like, if they're mature for the age that we're not going to say, then I will go there.
Correct.
If they are mature and they got, because I know somebody that is young. This is for you.
Yeah.
I'm talking about young and you got your head on straight, like you.
Yeah.
Right.
I feel it. Yeah. Because I met this guy, and if you're watching, you probably will know that this is you. But I met this guy, right? And he told me when I first met him, I'm gonna be there for you. Like, I'm always here for you. I didn't even know this man. Literally met him in passing, and every time we hang up the phone together, whatever you need, I got you. I can literally call right now, and you'll be there tomorrow. You'll be, so it's like, so I'll say slick comments of like, I'm ready to be, that Mister, or whatever, and he will entertain it and he will go along with it, but it's very genuine, right?
Yeah.
And I feel like deep down that, you know what, I think that's the person that I've been looking for. Like, you're established, you got what you need, I'm not concerned about anything else that you got going on, right? Because you're one of those that when it's you and I, like, it's just that. It's nothing else outside of that. So I don't have to worry. I love the fact that, he's just able to get up and go, whenever. Like, he was like, oh, I'm going here this weekend. Why you ain't taking me? With you. And I asked, like, on another trip that he's going on. And the first thing he said was, let's go.
Yeah.
And I was like, just pack the bag.
It's a shame to see those words about how they handle.
So he's in his 40s, so I don't know the exact age, but he's in his 40s. But it's different. It wasn't my original type. And I think that's another thing at 30 that, like, we have to start doing is, like, we have to stop putting everything, I like this type. Right. I like that type, or I don't want to do X, Y, and Z. When you don't really know what your type is or what you really like. Like, this person is attractive. Because, which is actually funny. Because John knows that I will see a person like, oh, thank you. Oh, thank you.
The type thing.
I think that's somebody too long and be like, girl.
The type thing is kind of funny because you were like at 20s, oh, you just trying stuff. 30s, you might still be trying things.
You early 30s.
I feel like 30s. You might still be trying it, but you're trying it with what you know you like.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like you moved on from physical appearance and you know what I mean. Like now that I know what I like and I've gotten it, let's experience a little bit further.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say,
at least for me anyway.
For all my females, especially around guys, this is for you. I'm gonna speak for myself, but I feel like this goes for a lot of women my age. We don't like six packs. We don't like six packs. Let me just read that. It's cute to look at, but we don't. I don't prefer that. I don't think a lot of women do. We don't like that. We don't like a Ken doll. That's too much. Now, if you got a little big doll, you got a lot.
Who's that ball?
That's you can lay on something you want to touch. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
All that. Where are we supposed to lay on your brick stomach? That makes no sense.
Yes,
That's crazy. I don't like the Ken dolls.
That's a person.
Yeah, it is personal.
I'm trying to get fun.
It goes along with the whole.
Somebody could lay on me.
I think it definitely goes along.
Yeah. My type
It goes along with social media.
It's
Because what everybody else wants to see.
Right.
Yeah.
What you see online,
Mm-hmm.
I think that's comparison.
Because it's not authentic, right?
Right.
You lose that to a degree. Like, I've definitely seen some attractive guys that are physically fit, some that are not so fit, you know what I'm saying? Things like that. And again, I'm like,
everything they good ain't go.
no, it's not. It's not.
I was seeing the finest. And because I'm closely connected with a lot of women and clients, I've also got to know more about them same fine niggas.
Mm.
And when I say a complete turn off,
It is. It's fun.
like, you know what I mean?
It's a lot.
Yeah,
It's also
complete turn off. Like a man will definitely make you feel like you're raising a child.
it looks good.
Homeboy.
But it's my limit.
Or like, what's your age limit? Whether younger or older.
Oh, age limit.
Yeah, when it comes to dating.
I guess at this point it's $5. So 37, 38. Because I'm about to be 33. 38.
So you wouldn't even tap in 40.
I don't know. I have not been there.
Or before I limit or the man. 40. I'm 30 now. So I definitely whether friends, cousins, any relationship, I've always been with somebody older. But that's just always been me ever since I was younger. So I would have said 40, right?
Yeah.
But now people are so much more health conscious. People are so much more physically fit. They're definitely aware of their physical appearance.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, these men are old, 50-something years old, but look good.
Everyone's taking care of themselves. They're putting more time into prolonging their life.
I can't say that 40 will never my cousin. Because I know somebody right now who is 50, and I'll definitely.
Well, and I think that's why Taylor and I both said the number just can't be stated because, I think it reaches, to those, those points because I see a lot of, and again, I love them all, right? But Black is just different.
Mm-hmm.
So, I see a lot of well-established Black men that are older, in my line of work, and I'm just like, whew, how have I not?
Honestly.
Why haven't we gone to lunch?
Yeah.
Honestly.
Right.
Where have you been? Because now that I'm at this age, I can dive into politics and talk about things that somebody in that age range would have more knowledge on and be more, I guess, intrigued to listen to, per se. It used to be just the BS conversations, surface conversations. What do you do? How do you, that type of thing. But now that I'm older, I have a little bit more to say.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've experienced a little bit more.
Yeah.
I've read a little bit more. So
it's
exactly.
The talent is different.
I've always benefited from my offices. So like, bro, I mean, it's just like, they are, and it just just living within that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I ain't trying to give you too much. I ain't trying to give you too less.
Right.
Because I want you to feel less than.
Right.
As if, I'm higher than you or anything like that. But it's just like, it's different. It's different. Age is different. I think it just depends on the person, the maturity level, and just what you're looking for.
Agree.
And so beyond the age, now that you're in this age and dating,
yeah,
we've learned a little bit and we know what we're looking for somewhere. You know what I mean? What are some things you would prioritize when it comes to dating at 30?
I mean, I'd have to say, like, prioritizing for self and then leading into that is like, one, your mental health is very important, right? So state your claim. Don't waste my time. Tell me why you're here. I'm going to tell you why I'm here, right? Let's go ahead and get the hard questions and the crazy comments out of the way, up front. I was actually talking to the same guy the other week, and, he was like, by the second day, if you haven't paid or anything, by date number 2, it's a wrap. Because
and
now,
offered.
right? Because why am I wasting my time? Like, why am I going to continue to waste my time? It is not even always about the monetary side of things like that, but I just need to know up front what are the intentions. Like, I don't want to waste time, and I don't want to waste your time. And I think that's why, for me, some dates just kind of go south because I'm here. Like, what? We still talking for what? Like, where does this go? Right. So I would say that would be like probably one of the biggest things. Like, just say what you want up front.
Yeah. I said it outside. Say what you hate, what you said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, and we can figure out the rest. Like, just be open and honest. Like, don't be afraid. Like,
I can even say for me, even though like we've been together for so long, I still make it keep to prioritize certain things, especially now more than ever. Because when you start with acceptance, I just dive in head first. You know what I mean? Like, it is what it is. But that taught me to prioritize certain things, especially when it came to me. Because like I told her the other day, I'm one of those givers and nurturers. So like a lot of times I get so lost in that. You know what I mean? And then I lose myself.
yeah, you forget about
You know what I mean? And then at that point, when it's time for me to find me, and then actually time for me to tell you what I like or desire.
Yeah.
Don't.
Well, that's why I always say, like, meet me halfway.
Yeah.
Like, I don't need you to be 100% of everything. Like, I've got me, like, you come halfway to the line, and then let's build together. I think that's what people forget. Like,
and I like to tell everybody, like, it is imperative for you to put yourself first. Like, make sure that works for you. You don't have to settle. It doesn't have to be oh my God, I'm at this age, or I'm in this space, or I can't have these certain standards. So no, you can. Like, you don't have to settle for what's at the surface. Even if you are not in the financial space you want to be in, you still have the right to set that standard for yourself.
Definitely.
Yeah. Again, protecting your peace, your mental health, those things. Like, it's so important for them.
Definitely.
For me, it's prioritizing myself, like piggybacking off exactly what you said. You get caught up. I'm like you said, I'm a nurturer as well, so I just jump into things and I lose myself immediately. It's about what can I do for you? How can I fix that? Like, say example, like that he just, I don't know, his tire just busted, right? I'm the person that's like, I don't know why it's taking you so long. American Tires is down the road right here for you. Like, I'm locked loaded. I'm gonna just send it to you like that. I want to handle it for you. I'm that person. If I can see a need in your life where I can feel it, I'm just, like little things like that. Like, I just like to do that. So I don't know that I prioritize putting myself first because I can get lost in somebody else's.
Sometimes do that. And a lot of people are so prideful, right?
Pride.
Like, leave the pride aside. Leave it aside. Like, let's do this together. Especially once we've established that, like, we're in this, together or whatever. I'm not saying day one, right?
Right.
But, like, as we decide that we're here, like, put the pride aside. Like, I got you. You got me.
My husband's standards for that was different. My husband is like, if you got me in this space where you already talking to me, and we support, like, you set in my mind what we finna start doing. Even if we ain't start talking yet.
Yeah.
Like, you don't interrupt me in my space. Like, you don't pull me out of this. So that's what I'm holding you for. Hold to these.
And some people are like that.
Yeah.
Some people are definitely like
That
that.
makes
Come interrupt the not these. And then just more.
And that's big.
And that's that stating what you want up
Yeah.
front. You know, like, okay, I see you, I hear you, we're here. Tell me what's up for real. You know? So
You can't interrupt somebody speaking.
Okay.
That's interesting. I don't think I seen it from the other side. I don't think I'm interrupting anybody's piece by saying, "Hey, I'm here to help. Like, what can I do?" That's me being like nurturing. Okay, well, I have it available. You need help. Are you willing to help me when I'm in that situation? My thing. Like, if I have something going on, can you offer me resources? Like, I'm helping you with your tire.
Right.
I'm helping you. I'm helping you. This is something that happened with us. Like, you don't have a phone. Can I help you, like, reconnect services or something like that?
Yeah.
Just so you can even get in contact with me because we're dating.
Right.
And I like you.
But
I want to talk to
I
you.
tell my friend all the time, like, you can do it for yourself. It don't mean to teach you. If you don't do it for me, do it for you. I don't want to do it.
So that's the thing for me. Like, just can we mutually get to somewhere where we can help each other?
Mhm.
Yeah.
And if we can't, if it's just me giving and I'm not getting anything out of it, that's the issue.
Yeah. Hey, that's basic. You don't want settling. Settling. You don't want to settle. You don't want to settle.
but then there's the flip side. Don't ask me for shit. Figure it out. Okay, you know. But then
Exhaust
again,
the option.
right.
Yeah.
The last.
And one of them at
Exhaust.
Because the thing about them,
That's funny.
like, think about it,
It's somebody else to do it.
Yeah.
the same deals that you got doing. Like,
Honesty.
it's the same
Right.
thing.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
again, that's where it goes back to, you know, the meet me halfway. Like, you know.
And see, but see, that's big because I'm, girl, I always know what I want, and I'm gonna chase mine. Whether I get it today, tomorrow, if I never get it, I'm gonna chase mine.
But some people don't have that, you know.
You got, for me, you gotta be ready for me.
Yeah,
I bought my first house at 24.
right.
You
A
know,
lot of people do that.
I was moving along. Girl, come on now. But I'm not one of those procrastinators too. Like,
Right.
being out in the club, chilling, and all that ain't really. I'm at home working.
Right.
Yeah, I'll be breaking so happy for you'll find me out the lounge.
And that, and a lot of people like that. And I think, like, for
And you
me,
go get her.
that's how I am too. Like, I've been so career focused for so long.
And naturally, we reach our goals faster.
Right. And I think I've kind of lost sight of, well, what is a relationship? Because the job is a relationship. Yeah. Like, and I can still in my career, I feel like every 3 years, like, I'm doing something new in my job. And most people aren't doing that. Like, where I had friends that were, okay, maybe just today, as an example, making $100,000, right? 29, I was, you know what I'm saying? I was either there or halfway there. You know what I mean? So I just had a different goal or a different purpose when I saw, like, you know what, this isn't for me, maybe. Like, I really need to put that focus and that energy into that. And now I'm trying to take some of that back. So I'm like, man, I really should have played a lot more in my 20s, right?
Yeah,
like,
no,
I had
so
fun.
feeling this
You know what I'm saying? And now it's like in my 30s, I'm like, oh, okay, maybe today I just want to.
And it's like we're in an age now where we can't get too wild. Because, you know, like, we get over it, girl. Like, some of the stuff we should have been doing at 20, we definitely should not be doing at 30.
Exactly.
We shouldn't have been doing it. But we didn't experience it, so it's kind of like, girl,
Yeah.
Like some of the music I hear today, I'd be like this. Why?
My people know. I will mess up a song. Don't ask me nothing about no lyrics, because I don't know nothing about no lyrics. Especially if you got that age, right? I want to be young music because I really don't feel like it. It could be somewhere special something and it got nothing to do with it.
And I started looking at me, I'm like, why should I?
Now you put on some old school.
Yeah.
Right? I'm in my auntie uncle era. Right? Like that's
But you know, I with brothers.
Yeah.
With the baby.
Know what that music means
Yeah.
now. Before I didn't know.
You
Right?
say, just turn that on that show.
Exactly.
Oh, and hear that on.
Now I get to cleaning and Anita Baker.
You be like,
You
this.
know.
You like, I get it.
Listen.
You understand that.
One of my favorite ones is Tired by Kelly Price.
Yes.
Love that song.
And then when Anita Baker said, because you know what, one of these other, I don't know, it's something I heard on the radio, and they was like, when she said, I'm giving you the best that I got, girl, I get it. I get it.
What is it? You got a board from the door? Like, and then willingly. I wrote a song about it before. Like, for me to willingly give you all that I have, and for you to just take.
And keep taking. And keep taking. And not even offer
To leave me in the space where I always said I would never be.
That's
I always said I was not allowed. For examples that I have seen from women that I've, that I've dated in my life, and they just seen men date certain people, have certain role models. I've always said that would be me. You know what I mean?
And then she said,
Easy to say.
I've been everything
It's me.
on my wedding. Ain't no way.
See,
Listen,
that she's not gonna be there.
Not big everything.
I bet it all.
Yeah, it is. It's easy to say that until your face with it.
Yeah.
So you have to picture the symbol.
Yeah,
Experience is different.
experience is everything. Because you can tell people a lot of things, but until I feel like they
Experience
and they know
is the
when
best.
it's time to get out. Yeah, because I know what we don't want to.
It's crazy, but it's very true. Experience. They don't be teacher, honestly.
Yeah.
It definitely is.
Nice listening.
Well, hopefully we left you guys with some good ways to prioritize, or some good things to prioritize.
Yeah.
And of course, we all are different. So
Yeah.
what's important to you is imperative for you to prioritize. You do not have to accept anything. Get to know who you are, what it is that you need for yourself, and don't be afraid to have these conversations with whomever you're dating, or if you're currently in a relationship, whether it's new or long term. It's never a wrong time to have this conversation. If a positive relationship for you and your partner is always embarrassing, so why not? Like,
Yeah.
better late than never, right?
Definitely.
It's important.
It all starts with you. So you just got to put in the work.
Willingness to.
What did they say? Begin with the end in mind.
Right.
Habits of highly effective.
Say it a little louder. A little louder.
7 habits of highly effective people.
Hey,
Begin
Right.
with the end in mind. It is. It is written. It's
We
what
all will might shoot you.
it's 7 habits of highly effective people. Now Google it. Because I'm not Google over here, right? You can find it anyway, folks. But I mean, that's just one of the things that through that message that's always, stuck out to me. Like,
Yeah.
what is the end goal? Like, and here we are, right?
Yeah, here we go.
Here we are.
Yep.
Still learning, still going.
Still traveling along.
Before we get into our next topic, we want you to enjoy this message from our sponsor.
The Chemistry of Zen is a home fragrance line that specializes in curating scents that invoke peace, happiness, and love. This Valentine's Day, we invite you to ignite your love with our 25% off signature beeswax and coconut massage candles. These candles are not only pleasantly scented, but skin safe, allowing you and your partner to get close and intimate.
Special.
I don't know how many times I have to say it, but if you guys do not hop in on this candle deal, I don't know what you're waiting on. Literally.
Valentine's Day is coming up.
Massage candles, regular candles. You don't have to just purchase with the deal. This is just what we were offered as far as a promo from our sponsors, but you guys can definitely visit the website, thechemistryofzen.com, and go shop. Find some stuff that you like. They have a fall scented candle that I love. I think I burned it out the first week.
Oh, I'll spend
Burned it out the first week.
All year round. All year round.
But even the massage candles, like I was saying, like it's an easy way to spice up your Valentine's Day this year. You and your partner get together, burn a candle, massage it in, get a little spicy. And yeah, don't forget to use our promo code during checkout, VDay25.
Get you one.
Get one.
And in honor of us having a sponsor and special bundles today, you do get a gift from us.
Me?
Yes.
I'll let you
We love you.
your own special collection of candles from our sponsor.
No, let's
So hopefully you have a little fun. Don't use it all at
Let
once.
us know. Exactly. Don't use it all at once.
Yeah. Look, don't melt it all at once.
Right.
Carrie.
There is a be one.
It's clean. Now, let's see what this is the wire. Oh,
That's your response. This
this
Smells
one
so
night. And one of those.
and they're completely skin safe.
Now,
Yeah.
I have to ask the sponsor. Is this edible? Are we going on this?
We have to copy that.
I'll have to get that information.
Find out. Because the chemistry of Zen candle.
It's vegan.
I'm
Vegan. But I wouldn't say eat it.
You go
Skin safe, not mouth safe. For
you can rub it in oven, honey. You might want to.
even sugar free.
lovely diabetics.
Right.
Type 2, type 1, just saying here. Type 2 right here, but
Right. Before I let you guys go today, I just wanted to ask you one simple question. If you knew then what you know now, how would you prepare yourself for dating at 30?
Ooh. The advice I would give my younger self would just have to be slow down. Definitely slow down. And really get to know somebody. Take your time. Be their friend. You know what I mean? Definitely be their friend, no matter how long that takes or what it looks like. Just get to know somebody. That would be my advice. Be smart.
absolutely.
That's my advice.
I don't know. The advice to myself would be to put yourself first. Understand that you're good enough with or without anyone. And you don't need anyone else to tell you that. That would be my advice.
Have fun. Be safe. But yeah, I think put yourself first. Like, what? Think about what you need first. And if you're not ready, just wait.
It's okay.
It's okay to wait.
It is. And I'll piggyback off everyone. Live. If I could do this all over again, I would do it so different. I joked earlier talking to these guys here. I would have got on that boat. And that's still the case because, I look at it from the standpoint of, I would be in such a different place in the world and time right now if I would have just took the risks that were given to me at the time, but I'm so afraid, So definitely slowing down, live in the moment, enjoy it. Why rush?
Yeah.
Into something that may or may not work for you. We all want love. We're all here. We're all happy. We all want marriage, right? That's the goal. But take your time to get there.
Yeah,
Take your
that's weird.
And even if it's not your goal, still take your time.
Take your time.
Everything does not have to come so fast. Just because you want it doesn't mean you have to have it right now. Prepare yourself.
Absolutely.
So that when it does come, you can.
You got to be ready.
Enjoy.
Authentically.
It's going to take off.
Situation, yeah.
It's going to take off quick.
It's something the way you don't want to run stuff away. You don't want to get in stuff too fast. Like just take your time.
Yeah.
Just take your time.
Yeah.
It's gonna come. Just we got here on this panel. You got people who are single and still trying to figure it out. You got people who's been in a relationship for years and have figured it out, but are still finding new ways. You know what I mean? Like it's never. Just take your time. Just take your time. Have fun.
Take the trip.
Yeah.
Enjoy the friends. Enjoy the laughter. Like really,
Because society, when you get out here in these streets, and society, especially when it comes to dating,
Yeah.
so much.
yeah,
They
it's
make
wild.
you feel a different
Yeah,
type of.
now you show my experience now dating. I just, I wouldn't have thought I would have been. And I spoke with like my husband's uncle before when we first started dating a long time ago. He told me, he was like, "You're not going to be who you are now to him.
No.
Then in the future."
That's real. No.
And I was like, "Girl, you don't know who I am. You don't know my life."
And
I love that game.
Right, and don't feel bad for changing.
Yeah.
Right, like evolving into you. Like if you have single friends and your single friends don't line up with what your relationship is or what your other friends are in relationships, like that's okay. Like we are meant to grow and to change. But I've always got your back. You're still my friend no matter what. Like the timing is just different because I am in a relationship or I am married or whatever that may be. Yeah. Right? Like,
but to briefly piggyback off that, I don't think a lot of people understand when a person that they're close to changes. So I don't know if anybody watches The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, but they're like my stories now since I'm 30. Those are my stories. Dorit and Kyle, best friends, right? Until Kyle decided she wanted to be healthier, stop drinking, stop going out.
Yeah.
Dorit was still on that type of timing. They completely split. I guess Kyle failed to realize it's not that she doesn't want to be my friend anymore. She's being this sort of way. Dorit is basically taking the stance of I don't understand that Kyle's growing. Kyle here, exactly.
It's over here.
Yeah. Kyle looked. I mean, Dorit looked at Kyle like, well, she just doesn't want to be my friend. I don't understand. No, bitch. No.
So
radio.
Feel free to comment below. We'd love to hear what your stories are about your dating experiences at 30, your worst dating experiences as well. We'd love to hear about it. If you do not have the pleasure of viewing us via YouTube or Instagram, you can always catch us at iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Podcasts, and Spotify. We want to thank you for joining us. Again, do not forget to get in on this candle sale, chemistryofzen.com. Promo code VDay25 at checkout. And until next time, when we catch you on Off the Script.